Hey Jay,
Hey, Vilip.
you want to see something cool?
Sure, what is it?
Well, we're going to clean a record today
Oh,
using a very basic vacuum system that uses a wand, which is basically a slot here that has it's open, obviously since it's a slot, and the vacuum works through this.
can I get a closer look at that?
Yeah. So there's a felt strip there that can be replaced when it's worn out. It's just glued on. And these are relatively inexpensive machines, but very effective. A little bit more effective than most manual processes. We have here the Okki Nokki right now. This is about $750. It's a very nice little machine.
But
Very simple.
Can't I just use my toothbrush to clean my vinyls? Why do I
All
have
right,
to have
so
a machine like that?
in my opinion, you don't use wood glue, you don't use Windex, you don't use your toothbrush, you don't use your hand, you don't use like a cloth, there's a lot of things you shouldn't be using. Try to clean records in a more precise, proper way. And it starts with a vacuum-based wet clean process.
Is it because I can damage my records doing all those things, like my toothbrush? That's my favorite.
Well, yes. And, with the toothbrush, obviously you need to have some toothpaste. And that is actually, toothpaste is actually like it's like a polisher. It's gritty. It's got grit in it. Your teeth, the enamel on your teeth are much tougher than any vinyl record. Vinyl is a delicate kind of surface.
All right. Okay. So show me how it works then.
All right. So we have the Okki Nokki. I take the knob off the top. They all kind of work like this. And today, little Chuck Mangione
Feels so good.
feels so good. It's gonna feel so clean after I go through with this. Ha ha ha.
Good one.
So here we go. Here's our record. It's relatively clean already, so it won't be super dramatic, but for our demonstration purposes, it's fine. So this machine actually will both spin in a clockwise direction and also in a anti-clockwise direction. But cleaning should be done with the vacuuming should be done in a clockwise direction, the same way a record would spin on a turntable.
Makes sense.
Today we're going to use the Mobile Fidelity brush, and actually this liquid here, which is the Clean Sound Record Wash, is very mild. I've poured some in here so that it can be put on the record. They always say that you put a couple drops, and I'd find that never really works. So basically, I pour a little bit on. You use the brush to...
Hold on. Let me get the camera to...
All right.
Go on.
So I'm using the brush to spread it.
And how much force are you using there?
Not much. Basically, it's just sliding along here. You don't want to use too much force. You allow the liquid to get as deep as possible into the groove. And that it will happen naturally because the surface tension of the liquid has been reduced by the small bit of detergent that's in there. So you can see it's actually going in fairly deep. And the other thing that happens... doesn't really matter. Okay. Not too many, obviously. You don't want to be here forever. You can see that what happens the first time is that the liquid actually saturates the brush. Almost any brush that you use will get saturated, and that is part of it because it will retain some of the liquid. And for the subsequent sides that you clean, this will help. But the first one always has a bit more liquid. So, and in fact, you can turn it. Wrong button. You can turn it and go in the other direction if it's very dirty. If you know that there's a lot of ground-in stuff, So you can actually reverse it, but you want it going in the clockwise direction when you're cleaning it. So to start the machine up, so it's spinning.
Mm-hmm.
The Okki Nokki is fairly quiet, but it's going to be loud. It will actually almost automatically swing into position. It reaches a certain point, and that's it, and you'll see.
Right.
So when we switch it on, so that's it. It's clean. You can take the record off the machine. Try not to allow the vacuum to spin more than 3 revolutions when the wand is in contact with the surface of the record. Otherwise, it can actually statically charge up the record, which means that when you take it off the platter, it will actually draw in any of the dust that's surrounding here.
Okay, so show me how clean it is now.
Well, I'll show you how clean it is. It's
Give me.
All right, this is how clean it is.
Oh my god, I can see myself.
It's shiny.
Okay. You're in there too. All right.
That's all today from Audio Excellence.
Awesome. Hey, Vilip, so where can you get this?
Well, obviously, you can buy this at Audio Excellence, either at the store or visit the website. It'll be right there.
Down in the description.
Down in the description.
When are you gonna get a hang of this?
I'm not a professional.